Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Perry Moreland. I'm a Rotary Woiwurrung older, and I'm going to do a smoking ceremony for everybody today. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge all my ancestors, elders, both past, present and emerging, and all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I live in a beautiful part of this world, Hillsville. That's where my grandfather was born on Corranderk Mission in Hillsville there, and at a young age, World War One happened, and he went away. He got permission because they weren't allowed to leave the mission back there, and he left and went to World War One, where he went to France. He come back after the war, and he was not allowed to go back to the mission because of the half-caste rule that the government had put in. So he resided in Hillsville, and that's where 5 to 6 generations of us have emerged. Today, our Wurundjeri people are 3 family groups, and we're doing ceremony after ceremony, especially at the MCG, and that's a different type of football. But I'm very proud to do this because I done one up in the Yarra Valley there for a young group of soccers up there. So it's very much part of our history, and as we are today, we are the traditional owners, which we will be going down native title. My father was the last born at Corranderk in 1933, but they shut down in 1924, and the rest of my grandfather's brothers and sisters went down to Lake Tyre. So we're 3 family groups today, and we do this for a reason. My father was the first Aboriginal player to play for St Kilda in Aussie rules, so that's very, very proud. I'm proud of that, and he was our last Narangita. So with the smoking ceremony, when the players come out with the children, I'd like everybody, if you could, because the wind's blowing this way, could you all come down this side so you get the smoke? And it's also a cleansing, and what we want to do is any bad spirits that any of you players have got, or bad tempers, I hope we can sort of calm them down today with the smoke. So what I usually do, because you've walked on country, we usually do the feet. But in this case, you're walking through. So let me get a bit more smoke happening. And you will get the smell. And this is Managum leaves too, by the way, for everybody. Wurundjeri's name. Wurrung is Managum. Jerry is the grub in the tree, and that's in Woiwurrung language. So what we'll do is, please, can we get everyone to start walking through? Thank you. And as they're walking through, and you get that beautiful smell of the eucalyptus leaves. And that's what it's all about. So I wish everybody good luck for today. And don't the children look beautiful? And especially the jumpers too, Moreland City with their Guernsey today. That is a dream time story. It's very, very special. So everybody, I'll thank you for allowing me to do this. So I hope everyone stays safe in 2024. I'll finish off with Wamajinka, welcome. Yearing Kundi Vic, Wurundjeri Woiwurrung. And the Willumballad, meaning welcome to the land of Wurundjeri people. And we are the Willumballad people, and we're the last clan of Wurundjeri. By the way, my father was our last Narangita. As I said, he played for St Kilda, and he married a beautiful English woman. Her name was Olive Potter, and I had the good part of saying my grandfather's name was Harry Potter. So I got good family genes in me. So thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a great 2024, and go Players.
Good afternoon and welcome to CB Smith Reserve for this round 18 NPL Victoria clash between Moreland City and St Albans Dynamo. So much on the line for these two sides as they look to stave off relegation in what is a traditional six-pointer. Every point at this stage of the season is massive for both of these two teams. They look to avoid the drop to VPL 1, but in particular this game right here, where there's a chance for St Albans to end a two-game losing streak, and for Moreland City to kick clear of the relegation spots with a win. My name is Nick DeBino and it's a pleasure to have your company here on the NPL Victoria YouTube for this contest today. Just about ready to go here. So you can see Moreland City today wearing a bit of a different kit today, wearing a custom designed pink jersey to celebrate. They had their annual breast cancer awareness charity event before the game in the function room. And the custom designed jerseys have been created by People Wrong Woman, Bailey Mifsud. A beautiful pink kit that Moreland City will be donning today. At a pre-game smoking ceremony, and as well the national anthem performed to set things up for today. Beautiful Saturday afternoon here in Melbourne's North for this contest where there is so much on the line. Moreland City third last. They have been on a bit of a run in recent weeks after not winning in their opening 13 games of the season, not getting a single point to their name. They now find themselves 3 points clear of bottom place St Albans, who haven't won in their last 10. In fact, they haven't gotten a point in either of their last 10 games. But the ladder did change overnight. Moreland City technically lost against Avondale 5-1 last week, but that result was flipped yesterday due to a breach in competition rules from Avondale, meaning that Moreland City were awarded yesterday a 3-0 victory, which puts them above Manningham on the table, who are also on 10 points on goal difference. Manningham playing Port Melbourne as we speak at Petty's Reserve, a game which both teams will be keeping an eye on. There's every chance if St Albans can win and end their losing streak, they can find themselves all locked up on 10 points with 8 games to go. And as we know, one team set to go down this season to VPL 1 was with NST, the mooted NST right around the corner, so potential competition changes. More teams going up, less teams going down. Fascinated to see how the end of this season plays out. But so much on the line for these two sides. St Albans still yet to get a point under new coach Cam Watson in his 6th league game in charge. Although he does have a win to his name in the Doherty Cup against Green Gully. They were knocked out of the Cup on Wednesday night against South Melbourne at Lakeside, which booked South Melbourne's place also in the national stages of the Australia Cup. And Moreland City, they were bundled out on the round previous to this against Oakley Cannons. Dynamo coming into this game fresh off a 2-1 defeat against Melbourne Knights. Before that, a 2-0 loss against Dandy City, a 2-1 loss against Avondale, and defeats against Port Melbourne and South Melbourne in all of the 5 games that Cam Watson has been in charge in the league. While Moreland City, on the other hand, they have been on a roll in recent weeks. That 3-0 win that was awarded to them as a result of that game being overturned last week against Avondale, a 1-1 draw against Port Melbourne here at CB Smith Reserve, a 4-2 defeat against South Melbourne, but back-to-back wins before that against Dandenong Thunder and Green Gully. They've been much improved here at CB Smith Reserve, and they've got 7 points out of a possible 9 in their last 3 games. Ross Clark just waiting to get into order as kickoff isn't far away here. Taking through the starting lineups first for Moreland City. Ois Condoin is back between the sticks today in defence. Matt Spall, Kerr Arold, Michael Zitsidis and Elegant Kiflay. Further up the pitch, Corey Thomas and Dean Waters, joined by Marco Canatelli, Fletcher Fulton and the front two of Jose Sands and Apaya Kuno. But for St Albans Dynamo, Marco Bullich between the sticks, the back 4 of Nelson Tashongo, Michael Gergich, James Ricobene and Jacob Sovereign. Further up the pitch, Joey Cholina, Luca Cabrera and Joey Monek, and then Alan Guerrez, Carter Ramsey and Scott Bacor up front for Dynamo today. St Albans in their blue kits, kicking from right to left, set to kick off, and of course Moreland City, their custom pink jerseys just about set to go here at CB Smith Reserve. Bring you updates from around the grounds as well, with plenty of action in both NPL, Victoria and VPL 1. With 3 p.m. kickoffs is the 7th of 7 games in this sort of 3 o'clock afternoon slot. Of course, we've got Manningham, Port Melbourne, which is still 0-0 at Petty's Reserve. Avondale leading 1-0 against Hume City, and Dandy City and Melbourne Knights 0-0 at Frank Holohan. While in VPL 1 so far, North Geelong and Melbourne Victory locked at 1-1. Eastern Lions, West United 0-0, as is Lang Warren at Melbourne City. We're just about ready to go. So much on the line for both these two teams. Moreland City, who looked like they were in all sorts of trouble only a few weeks ago, flipped the script. And they can kick clear with a win today, while St Albans looking to really resuscitate their hopes of survival as we get underway here. St Albans without a win in 10 games, without a point in 10 games. Ken Watson, the third coach to sit in the hot seat this year, is now Moreland City looking to get forward to Rakuno, and an early chance there for Moreland City as they win a corner. Getting across to put that into touch was Rick Urbane. Front two of Apaya Kuno and Jose Sands have found some great form as of late, flanked by Fletcher Fulton, who's been in some great form as well. Did score last week in that was at the time a 5-1 defeat, but now a 3-0 win to Moreland City as a result of Avondale fielding an ineligible player. Fulton plays it in towards the near post. It's cleared away, comes back out to Corey Thomas. He has a go from range. The shot's blocked. One ball fed up the line, looking for Carter Ramsey. Puts Spall under all sorts of pressure. Bakor coming to support and leaves a leg in late. That's a free kick awarded there to Moreland. Cam Watson has mentioned the third coach to man the hot seat for Dinamo this year. Ryan McGuffey starting the year in the hot seat. Resigned after that heavy defeat against Heidelberg. He was replaced for a few games by his former assistant Paul Donnelly, who some impressive performances, most notably where they led 2-1 against Oakley Cannons and ended up losing 3-2. And now Cam Watson, who started the season as manager of Hume City, along with his assistant Billy Selesky, coming across to Dinamo after Cam parted ways with Hume a little bit earlier in the season and replaced by David Chick. Gergic, now Rick Urbana. So much experience in that back half for St Albans. They're going to need all of it there to stay up this season. Here's Matt Spall. Canatelli, good touch inside. Finds Sands, looking to flick it through. Well played again there from Marco Canatelli. He's looking to get forward and he feeds it out wide to Sands. Akuno's waiting in the middle. Sands whips it in towards the back post, over the head of Fulton. Tashongo chasing him down. Strong challenge there from Tashongo, but Fulton wins it back. Still going Fulton, goes to ground the edge of the area, and a free kick's awarded to Moreland City. Fletcher Fulton, his third year now at the club, helped them achieve promotion to NPL Victoria in 2022. It's been an absolute star for Moreland City this year, one of the best attackers to start this campaign. He's certainly a player to keep an eye on this afternoon. He stands over this free kick, assumes the duty as the Tasmanian. Fulton right to the area looking for Corey Thomas, and it fizzes past everyone out for a goal kick. A good start from Moreland City, putting St Albans defence under some pressure early. There's been some turnaround from Moreland, who, despite not getting points early in the season, they were competitive in a lot of fixtures, a lot of one-goal defeats against the likes of St Albans, Hume City, Avondale, Oakley Cannons. They just weren't able to get the points on the board, but since then they have been able to turn things around despite losing 5-1. That little bit of fortune which has helped them out so much in this race to survive this season. Here's Waters. Well played by Rico Bene. Lovely play there from Joey Cholina. Tested by Sands. Well played by the Chilean. Strong challenge to win it back there by Luca Cabrera. Looking to feed it through towards Alan Guerrez, and it's intercepted by Cetus. Cabrera wins it back. Guerrez, just Bacall, wins the throw in. Cabrera, another chance in the starting 11. Youngsters in this St Albans team. Here he is, Cabrera looks to feed it towards Carter Ramsey. The shot's blocked, and it's a free kick awarded to Moreland. Bit of a tangle inside the box between Ramsey and Arob. Moreland City. The first bit of danger here from this St Albans attack. Ken Watson still looking for his best answer up front as to who can help sort of spark St Albans in the second half of the year. Carter Ramsey and Scott Bacall trusted with the duties today. Do have Josh Diven on the bench along with Ivan Razimic. Ryan Summerskill as well on the bench against his former team. He joined back in 2018. These two teams have met 3 times since Moreland's promotion to NPL Victoria last year, with St Albans winning on all 3 occasions. Moreland City still yet to score against St Albans in any of those fixtures. In fact, their last win against St Albans came back in 2018. It was the East-West playoff for the promotion relegation playoff at the time at Jack Edwards Reserve, a 4-1 win there. And met twice in 2019, and both those games ended as 2-2 draws. 4-1 win, the likes of Christopher Cristaldo scoring a double that day, and Eddie Chinelli and Lissandro Paz as well getting on the score sheet. Of course, Moreland City ended up losing the promotion relegation playoff against Green Gully 3-2. They did lead late and fell agonisingly short of a place in the top flight, but they did eventually get there 4 years later, winning the championship on the final day against North Geelong Warriors. Guerrez, here's Bacall. Going to play it up the line and Cetus getting across. Going under some pressure there from Ramsey, and he's forced to just put it out for a throw-in. Condolian back in the lineup today. Santo Aguek started last week between the sticks, but Condolian has been a safe pair of hands for Moreland City this year between the sticks. Guerrez looking back forward to Shongo, couldn't keep it alive. These two sides met earlier this year. St Albans winning that contest 4-0 at Churchill Reserve, one of their only 2 wins in the league this year. The other one of those coming against Manningham at Churchill Reserve. Still for their first win away from home. Only 1 point on their travels, coming against Port Melbourne back in round 1. Since then, it's been tough going for Dinamont. They have been competitive in recent weeks. They had a late fight back against Melbourne Knights last week, but they left it just a little bit too late after going 2-0 down. Michael Jurgic pulled one back to set up a grandstand finish, but it was not enough to spark a real late push and get themselves a point in that game. Of course, Moreland City today also without Diego Cuba, who is suspended for this game after getting a red card against Avondale. St Albans also missing Zelfi Nazari after returning from international duty. Suffered a concussion while playing for Afghanistan the other night, and he will miss this week and potentially next as well. Haven't seen a lot of Zelfi Nazari this year due to, really, because of his 2 trips on international duty with Afghanistan for World Cup qualifiers. A number of NPL Victoria players part of that last FIFA men's window. Jurgic gives it away. Spall. at the line, turned over. There's a chance now for St Albans to break back the other way. McCall feeds it out wide. Monek looking to feed it towards Sovereign, and getting across was Spall. Sovereign got a foot in. Ball be coming back though. Ricabene under pressure here from Apaya Kuna. Ricabene uses all his experience to fend off the Moreland City striker. It's James Ricabene, formerly of Avondale. His brother Phil as well, departing Avondale at the end of last year, playing for Essendon Royals in VPL 2. Kiflay. Played there from Scott Bacour to win it back. Here's Ramsey. Back to Bacour. Bacour surging down that right-hand side. Has some space to open it up, and he feeds it through to Cabrera. That's a brilliant save from Condolian. And Luca Cabrera with a great opportunity to give the visitors the lead. And there it was straight at Condolian, and it's out for a corner. Cabrera's looking for his first senior goal for St Albans. Getting his opportunity in the team in recent weeks. Massive moment that would have been for him to give the visitors the lead, and we know how important this game is for both these two sides. Nice Condolian, not moved. Really solid hands just to parry it over, even though that shot was coming straight at him. Just had to make sure of it. So with some venom. Danger not completely averted yet as the ball's whipped in towards the near post. Head away by Thomas. It comes to Bacour. Couldn't get over it. It's out for a goal kick. So a good little spell here for the visitors. And to put Moreland City under some pressure early. Scott Bacour showing plenty of energy in that final third. Well played there from Cabrera to win it back. Chelina. Feeds it out wide to Monek. Gets the byline. Spall. Ball's out of bounds and out for a corner. The early storm, St Albans, and now starting to put Moreland City under pressure. Whipped in towards the back post. Ball into the ground. Actually, it wasn't the end from Bacour, as it's Thomas who clears it away. Well played there from full, which is Canatelli, but the ball goes out of bounds and out for a goal kick. Zangeros, sorry, with that corner to Bacour. There's Chelina. Cabeno. Raking ball over the top, looking for Bacour. Good touch there from the Englishman. Feeds it out to the right-hand side. Here's a chance for Guerres. Cross is blocked. Kiflay does well. Guerres came up with it, went to ground, just lost his balance. Nothing in it there for any sort of foul. And Akuno looking to break back the other way here for Moreland City. Thomas. Gergich as well. Chelina. Cabrera. Guerres. Play it back for Scott Bacour. In fact, now it's Guerres. The crossing position here. Fizzles it across the face, and Condolian collects at the last moment. There's Joey Monek waiting at the near post. Just eluded him at the last moment. Guerres and Bacour showing plenty on that right-hand side to put this Moreland City defence under some pressure, but now they're looking to break back the other way. Here's Fulton. Right it to Shongo. It was a heavy touch. Shongo got across and puts it out for a corner. This game really starting to open up. While it is that right-hand side for St Albans causing problems, back the other way, Fulton looking very dangerous. Fulton whips it in towards the back post. over the head of Arob and eluded Sands as well, and in the end it just goes out for a goal kick. Sticking around the ground, still 0-0 at Petty's Reserve between Manningham and Port Melbourne. So we're closing at half-time there. It'll still be big for Manningham, especially if this ends as a draw. Just keep their noses ahead. 3 points will be so valuable, but it's going to be such a fascinating run to the finish. St Albans and Moreland City both play Manningham yet again at Petty's Reserve. So I know that synthetic pitch has caused problems for teams who have travelled there this season. So those games will certainly be fascinating as we head towards the business end of this season. Gerez flicks it over the top. Monek looking to play it back through. Kifley plays up the line to Shongo, intercepts. Plays it short. Monek has some space, skips around one, still going Joey Monek. Can he get the shot away? And it's off the post! And Spall puts it out for a corner. And a great chance there for Joey Monek to give St Albans the lead. Did so well to create that space for himself. But in the end, only the post denies Monek the opener. But this has been a really good spell here from Dynamo. There's Bakor, and now Monek really starting to cause problems in the final third for St Albans. It's Monek actually coming across from the left to the right to get involved in that play. As Gerez whips it into a dangerous area. Gergic got a head to it. Akuno clears it away. Back out to Monek, who pops it back into the areas. Utsidas calls for a handball. Ross Clark unmoved. A nervous moment there for the Moreland City defence. And a free kick's awarded there to the home side. See Carter Ramsey in particular appealing. Thought that Michael Utsidas used his arm to control that ball. Utsidas has been such a solid player for Moreland City all year. Unfortunately, he has missed games through suspension this year with 2 red cards to his name, but when he's been on the pitch, he's just been such a stabilising presence for Moreland City. Coach David Stoich called him one of the best centre-backs in the league. His passing ability in particular been so key for Moreland. They've been able to have him and Kurt Arob on the pitch at the same time. It's been massive for them. And here's Canatelli, Corey Thomas. Turns it over, was hoping for the free kick. They do get a throw in the end. Spall takes it quickly, right up the line towards Akuno. Under pressure from Gergic. Gergic does well. Ricabene. Sovereign. Bounds for a throw. Waters. Back to Spall. It's turned over. Chelina looking to break back the other way. Great play there from Joey Chelina, just coming in late to win it and flicks it over the top, looking to feed through Gerez. Has Bakor and Ramsey in the middle. Gerez goes himself, and it's tipped over the bar by Condolian. Alan Gerez, not a bad effort at all, but yet another big save from Condolian. St Albans putting Moreland City under pressure each time they break forward, it seems. Very impressive there from the former Green Gully man, Alan Gerez. Another opportunity again here for Dynamo. Ball played into a dangerous area, and Condolian collects. It just seems that every time that St Albans has been able to break in transition and get forward in numbers, their speed has caused a lot of problems. Really headed by the likes of Monek, Gerez and Bakor. Sands plays it all the way back to Arob. He's under pressure here from Ramsey. To Shongo, nods it forward. Zitsidas. Kifley. That's for a throw. To Shongo. Kuno. Is turned over, and a free kick's awarded to Monac. He's provided a lot since the start of this game, Joey Monac. In the starting lineup today, didn't start against Melbourne Knights, but providing plenty of energy in the early going as Perez couldn't control that, out for a throw. It's good to see Brian Summerskill's name as well on the bench for St Albans. Came off against Melbourne Knights with an injury. Didn't play against South Melbourne in the Cup during the week. Very much a rotated St Albans team for that game at Lakeside. They were gallant, fell to a 1-0 defeat against the league leaders. St Albans, along with FC Melbourne Serbia, Hume City, in their place in the round of 32 on Wednesday night. As well as Heidelberg on Tuesday night, defeating Bentley Green 6-0. One more team from Victoria, at least from Victorian State League, to be determined when Avondale play Oakley next week. Cabrera, Monac, whips it in. Straight off the head of Spall and out for a throw. Sovereign. Raja. Chelina. Sovereign. Here's Monac. Feeding through Ramsey. Brings out the control card of Ramsey. Still looking to get a bit of extra space, and it's cleared away. Now Canatelli. It's a long ball. It's an audacious one to try and find Akuno. In the end, that rolls all the way through to Marco Bulic. It's been a great pickup for St Albans this season. Of course, spent plenty of time in A-League academies, Marco Bulic. Last year in New South Wales and NPL, and he's come into St Albans this year and made the number 1 position his, ahead of Jesper Karanovic. Guerres. Cabrera in some space on the edge of the area, looking to feed it through. Bacall runs past him. Ramsey keeps it alive. Kiflay does well, and it's cleared away, and now Moreland can break through Fulton. To Shongo, collides into him, no free kick awarded. Chelina from Monac, and he swung a foot at it, but Spall did well and couldn't keep it in. It's out for a corner. So a really good spell here from St Albans. Still the opener in this game eludes either side. Plenty riding on this game for both teams. So look to stave off relegation in the weeks ahead. 8 games remaining after this in the regular season. But a win today for either side will go a long way to boosting their hopes of being in the top flight in 2025. Guerres just looking at Texas corner from just outside the arc, and well, ball don't lie sometimes, and that one was out for a goal kick. I don't think Ross Clark saw where Guerres actually had the ball placed, but it was just outside the arc and probably should have been taken back just a little bit. In the end, it was only out for a goal kick. Much to the delight of the Moreland City defence. As Sutsidas plays it up the line towards Fulton. Cabrera. Shongo. Looking for Monac, and it's turned over. Spall. Sands. Spall has Canatelli in support. Cuts inside the former Bulleen Junior and splits his way between 2 players. Good challenge from Riccobene, but Canatelli did win the foul for the initial challenge. He's been a very bright player, Marco Canatelli, when given his opportunity in the Moreland City senior team. Scored against Port Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. Formerly of Bulleen Lions, as mentioned. Waters, lovely pass to Spall. Sands making the run, as is Canatelli. Spall cuts inside. Looking for Sands, who is backing into Riccobene. His pass didn't find the feet of the Chilean. Instead, straight through to Marco Bulic. Jose Sands, 6 goals this season in his first year in Victorian football. Moreland City's top goal scorer this season, as It's turned over from Bullich, and here's Fulton looking to break forward down the left. Goes for goal, and straight at Bullich. St. Albans looking to go through Cabrera. It's a good challenge from the youngster. He's been very bright early. Bakor. Mascara's in support. Does find it with a bit of invention. Chelina. Forced to go back to Ricobene. Monek. Going to feed through Ramsey. Not a bad ball looking for Carter Ramsey, but Arob does well. And he avoids giving away the corner, only out for a throw in the end. A little match-up between Arob and Ramsey early. See Carter Ramsey, both Werribee and Eastern Lions in the last couple of seasons. Very solid year with Eastern Lions in BPL 1. Going to move to St. Albans in the off-season. Bakor, Sovereign, bounds and out for a corner. So another opportunity here from a set piece for Dinamo. On corner duty again. Floats it into a dangerous area, and Zotsidas knocks it away. And it's a first-time effort there from Joey Monek, and would have taken something spectacular to beat Condolium from there, but in the end it's out for a goal kick. A great chance already, Joey Monek. Perhaps the best chance of the game, but his effort hit the post. Well played there from Chelina to win it back. Very solid in the middle of the park in the early going, imposing his will. Very highly rated midfielder Joey Chelina. Partnership has got him there with Cabrera, has been very solid in the early going. Bullich. Just assessing his options, patient in possession and trying to feed it towards Sovereign, but well played from Canatali to put it out for a throw. Ball goes to ground. Strong challenge from Cabrera. Free kick to Moreland. Ball sending it long. Thomas flicks it on towards Akuno. Gergic straight up into the air. Nods it away again. Sands was waiting for it, and well played by Chelina. And now a chance for Dinamo to break in transition. Guerres feeding through Ramsey. It's Bakor alongside him. He holds up the play for just a sec. Feeds it in towards Cabrera, but good tracking from Marco Canatelli. He's been very bright early on both ends of the ground. Given away there from Alan Guerres, much to the chagrin of the Dinamo winger against Sion Kifler, that foul. This game, the third last away game of the season for St. Albans. 6 of their last 8 after this, all at Churchill Reserve. Which certainly helps in their hopes of survival, where all their points this season, well, 6 of their 7, all their wins have come at home this season. Still yet to win a game away from home this season. Looking to break that streak today. Ramsey flicks it on towards Cabrera. Calls for a foul. Cetus, and the flag is up against Canatelli. Moreland City, on the other hand, technically, still yet to win away from CB Smith Reserve, still yet to get a point away from CB Smith Reserve in terms of actually the 90 minutes played, but they technically get a road win to their name as a result of that reverse result last week. Depends how much you want to dive into the semantics of that, but when it's all said and done, in the history books, it will say a Moreland City victory, and it will say a road win. If there may be a tiny little asterisk next to it. Cabrera. Bakor to Shongo, and bounds for throw. Big challenge there from Cholina. High boot against the Dinamo midfielder. Sands drawing the foul. Chances have been few and far between for the home side. It's been mainly St Albans who have done the attacking early. Coming the closest through Joey Monek, hitting the post early on. Floated in, so Cetus was waiting for it. Bullich got a fist to it, comes out to Corey Thomas on the volley. And it's collected there by Bullich, straight at him in the end. And unable to really test that St Albans defence all too much in the early going. It started quite brightly, but it's been St Albans who've actually been able to get in behind and put pressure on Alex Gonzalez with their efforts on goal. Especially potent in transition. Here's Cholina. Monek turns it over. Now Fulton, Sands back to Fulton. Lovely 1-2. Akuno makes the run. Fulton still going down that left-hand side. Goes to ground. And a free kick's awarded to Moreland City. Fletcher Fulton just constantly providing plenty of energy up and down that left flank. He's been in some great form this season. Really just continues to go from strength to strength since making the move in 2022. Scored a famous goal at this venue. Of course, this isn't the traditional home of Moreland City, who play their home games traditionally at Campbell Reserve. The road team here, when they played against Pascoe Vale, a 2-1 win here, which he scored inside the opening minute. Pascoe Vale did pull on back to Terence Carter, but we all know what happened in the end there. Pai Akuno, with essentially the last kick of the game, winning it for Moreland, which was such a huge 3 points in their hopes for promotion that year. Fulton in towards the back post, and Canatelli's header. He went unmarked, but he was out of bounds. Nervous moment there for the St Albans defence, but the flag was up. Luckily enough for the St Albans defence, they can breathe a sigh of relief for now. Bakor. Well, there's Scotty Bakor, and does well to get around his man. There's the run coming from Guerres. That's where he goes. And Cabrera's making a run to the back post. He's unmarked, but Guerres' cross is blocked. And it's out of bounds for a corner. And Scott Bakor, when he's been able to get in behind and feed through the likes of Guerres and Ramsey, they've looked particularly dangerous, showing plenty of energy, the Englishman. It's just that final ball in some moments lacking for St Albans. They've got a chance here from the set piece. Floats it in towards the near post. Thomas nods it away out to Monek on the volley. That's just wide. And a great opportunity for Joey Monek. It's set up perfectly for him. Fizzled just wide of the post, and that was just a couple of inches to Monek's right. I don't think Alex Condolian was stopping that. A couple of those volleyed efforts from the edge of the box, Joey Monek in the early going, but that one was easily the best of them. Canatelli whips it in. Chelina getting across to get a foot in. Ricobene clears it away. Spall. Of course, we'll talk about Monek's chances. That doesn't include his sort of running behind where he shot on goal, ricocheted off the post. We're talking about just those volleys from just outside the area, which he has tried on a couple of occasions today already. Sands. Spall. Just over half an hour played, still 0-0. CB Smith reserve. So much on the line for both these two teams today. Sutsitas flicks it straight into the air. Akuno nods it on towards Fulton. And collected by Bullich. And we got the height of Apai Akuno inside the box. It's always a nervous moment. And again, his presence inside the area causing problems and almost working out. Chelina, great touch inside from Joey Chelina. Feeds it out towards the left. It's turned over. Now it's Spall. Akuno. Canatelli gets around Ricobene. Well played from the youngster as Sands making a run to the near post. To Shongo, got a foot in. And Cabrera getting across. Well played from the youngster. Ramsey. Good touch there. Now Monek. His blue jerseys alongside him. This pass eludes Scotty Bacour. Waters turned over. Cabrera again. He's just providing so much energy in the middle of the park. Monek feeding it back to Bacour. Cabrera to Shongo. Will flick through towards Monek. Sutsitas does well. Well defended there from Michael Sutsitas. Showing all his skill, all his quality in the hard defence to marshal that ball away. And that's a lovely long ball to Akuno. He's isolated though. It's 3v1. He waits for some players to provide support. One of them comes from Sands, who flicks it over the top. He goes to ground. No free kick awarded. Ricobene did bring him to ground, but Sands looking for the contact. Ross Clark thought so. Now Ramsey. Bacour. Monek. Forced to go the long way. Feeds it through for Bacour. Plays inside the middle. Cuts inside the Englishman. And Ramsey unmarked inside the box, but just couldn't get it to him. And now Moreland City's turn to go back the other way. Here's Akuno. Needs some support and gets it in one of Sands or Fulton. Went through to Canatelli. His pass takes a deflection off Sovereign. Found Sands. Spall offering support, breaking forward from defence. He goes to ground. He wins the free kick against Alan Guerres. Much to the chagrin of the St Albans bench. Just look at the pocket there of Matt Spall. Whips it in. Gergic nods it away. Out to Corey Thomas. Sutsitas. Ricobene. Now Chelina. Gonna feed it through for Ramsey. Good touch there. As Monek support to his right. And Bacour through the middle. Up to the ladder. Here's Bacour. Goes to ground. Splits out to Monek. Whips it in. Ramsey gets a flick on. And Dolian makes the save. His end-to-end stuff, but still we wait the opener. Guerres skips inside. Cabrera. Bacour to Shongo in support. Chelina. It was Monek. Bacour to Shongo. Whips it in and his cross isn't the best and it goes out for a goal kick. Positive spell from both teams at either end, but still we await that opener. Update from Penny's Reserve with the second half starting there. Port Melbourne have taken the lead against Manningham, which is great news for either of these two teams. If this result stays, at least from a Moreland perspective, they go a point clear of Manningham on the table. St Albans would cut the gap to Manningham to only 2 points, making that game in a couple of weeks' time absolutely massive at Penny's Reserve, if it wasn't already. Thomas to Shongo. Cholina. Monek. There's Guerrez. Ball coming from Sovereign, looking to feed through Ramsey instead. And for the Hail Mary pass instead of probably looking instead for Sovereign, who was in some space. Well played there from Guerrez to win it back. Here's Ramsey. Monek. Back to Ramsey. Goes first time. Straight at Condolian. It sat up well for Carter Ramsey, but just didn't get enough clean purchase on it. City defence will be breathing a sigh of relief after that really poor turnover. And here's Cholina getting forward from midfield. Bacour. Cabrera. Some space to shoot. Luca Cabrera. Good save from Condolian, getting down to his left. Just so much space in the middle of the park for these St Albans players to get free, especially in those areas outside the box. I have to wonder for David Ostojic half-time if that's going to be a point of reference in his team talk, just to tighten up a little bit in there, because they're getting a bit of joy as Gergic's header was a nervous one for Bullich, who did well with his clearance. It was shanked and it worked out for Sovereign. Looking to get forward down the left-hand side. Here's Guerrez. Floats it towards the back post. Monek, good touch around his man. Back into the area. But Waters was there to mop it up. Moreland City can clear. Sands tussling with Riccobeno. Canatelli. Back for Sands. This cross just couldn't bring it under control, and it's out for a goal kick. Those moments have sort of summed up this first half so far. A lot of nearly moments. But still, the opening goal eludes either side. Spall. Thomas couldn't win it. Bacour. Still going, Scotty Bacour. Does well to hold off his man. He wanted the free kick, but didn't get it. Cholina. Bacour. Back to Cholina. Sovereign. Guerrez. Ramsey looking to flick it through. Canatelli does well. Thomas back to Canatelli. Now Akuno. Tussle there with Riccobene, trying to feed through Canatelli. Yeah, getting across was Cholina. So feed it back to Bullich, and now looking to go again is Cholina. Monek. Play it over the top towards Bacour. Tsitas did well. To Shongo. Thomas. Tsitas just brought it under control before Ramsey could chase it down. Waters. Fulton. Thomas. Akuno. Pass just behind both Spall and Canatelli, but Canatelli's there to receive. Back for Spall. Cross is blocked and out for a corner. Opportunity now for the home side as we close in on half-time. Still 0-0. Still we await the opener here. struck before the break. One of the final chances for either side as we turn towards half-time. Kanatelli standing over this corner. All the tall timber forward from the back. Zitsidis and Arob. Ball floated into a dangerous area. Boych got a fist to it. Thomas collects on the edge of the area. Corey Thomas is always rising. It's out for a goal kick. That's half-time here at CB Smith Reserve. The scores here still 0-0 between Moreland City and St Albans. Both sides have had their chances, but predominantly they've fallen to the visitors. Joey Monek hitting the post early on in the game, which was so close to giving the visitors the lead. But for now, both teams are locked, and this second half is set to be an absolute corker. It's huge for both these two teams' hopes of survival this season. Of course, their eye will be on what's going on at Penny's Reserve. Manningham currently behind against Port Melbourne. As we know, a win for either team would go a long, long way, helping either of these sides secure a place in the top tier in 2025. We're back in around 15 minutes' time here at CB Smith Reserve for the second half. Thanks again for your company. Moreland City 0-0. St Albans Dynamo 0. fifth reserve. This round 18 NPL Victoria contest between Moreland City and St Albans Dynamo. So much on the line for both of these two teams. They look to stave off the drop. The score is still 0-0. There's been one change in half-time for Moreland City. Coming off the pitch is Elegant Kefle, replaced by number 17, Aidan Croucher. So one change from David Stoich's side as they look to assume control of this game. Huge 30 points. So runs away here. Moreland City in their pink kits going from right to left. St Albans in their blue and white kits going from left to right. Cetus back to Condolian, who needs to just send it long. Ball sits up in the air for Canatelli. Plays it out wide for Akuno. In some space on the right-hand side. Santa's waiting in the middle, but Gergic does well and puts it out for a corner. Also got an eye over what's going on at Petty's Reserve. There's been a big change in that contest. Manningham have come back from a goal down and now lead 2-1. That would put them on 13 points. If this result stays, Moreland City on 11, St Albans on 8. So suddenly the stakes raise. Hopes for either of these two teams to stave off the drop. Of course, one team being relegated this year is what we understand is going to be the case. It still could be two. Now, off the foot of the table for St Albans, so important for Moreland City to build some breathing space. Be huge for them as well, but this just ups the stakes for St Albans. They can't afford to lose right now. They don't want to fall 6 points off both Manningham and Moreland City should that result stay at Petty's Reserve. Guerres turned over. Croucher. Fulton knocks it on. Shongo playing it all the way back to Marco Bulic. Of course, the mid-season window, Victorian NPL, opens next week, meaning that both these two teams can register new players. Fascinating to see how both David Stoich and Cam Watson look to bolster their squad as they need to stave off the drops in the weeks ahead. Sovereign, Monek. Back for Sovereign, who's in a crossing position. Keeps it alive, looking for Ramsey. Brings it under control. Plays it back. The support there from the court. Monek, heavy touch. It's a poor one and it's out for a goal kick. Of course, a draw wouldn't be catastrophic for either of these two teams, but still be far from ideal, especially from a St Albans persuasion. Of course, as just over 24 hours ago, both these two teams were on 7 points, but Moreland City awarded a 3-0 win against Avondale. A game that they lost 5-1 last Saturday, courtesy of Avondale breaching competition regulations. Moreland City on 10 points heading into this game. So important for them in their hopes of survival. A bit of a gift, but they will not be complaining. That's one thing for certain in their hopes of survival this year. Tashongo knocks it forward. Ball nodded on by Cabrera. Cholina. Bakor. Cleared away by Arab. Sands. Rukabene showing all his experience to bring that under control and play it centrally to Gergic. Of course, James Rukabene, part of a very successful Avondale team for many, many years, along with his brother Phil. This ball is turned over. Now it's Sands. Bounds, and it's a throw-in for St Albans. And if more changes will be on their way for both teams. On the bench still for Moreland City, Curtis Smiley, Luca Toro, Kazra Karamad, Santiago, the backup goalkeeper, and Newman Ali. Here's Fulton. They feed it through. Ricobene does well to win it back. Here's Monek. Bakor. Well, for St Albans on the bench today, backup goalkeeper Jasper Karanovic, Chris Dibb, Brian Summerskill, Ivan Razimic, Josh Diven and Max King. I think that the likes of Summerskill, Razimic, Diven would be amongst the options as they search for the all-important opener. Ball's almost turned over, but well played from Rico Bene. Feeds it out wide. Ball whipped in, looking for Ramsey. And it's out for a goal kick off Carter Ramsey last. Michael Zatsidas did well to nod it back off the head of the Dynamo attacker. A really nice crowd coming in today here at CB Smith Reserve. A chilly afternoon here in Melbourne's north, but it's ideal for football. No rain in sight, which is great to see as the ball is helped over the top looking for Sands. He's onside here, the Chilean. Tishongo does well. Sands still keeps under his control. Feeds Akuno. He leaves it for Canatelli. What a save by Bullich. Still a chance here for Canatelli. Fakes the first effort, plays it short. Waters. He's forced to recycle to Sutsidas. Croucher. Canatelli. Playing it through to Waters. Looking for Thomas. Goes to ground. No free kick awarded. Cholina looking to go back the other way. There's 4 players in support, but Cholina's going to go himself here. Feeds it out wide. Guerres. Shots blocked. Canatelli. And now Moreland City looking to break back the other way if Crouch can keep it alive. It's just exploded into life in the last few minutes, but what a chance for Marco Canatelli. As Bullich met it so well to deny him. Canatelli. Akuno looking for Sands, and it's turned over. Gergic. Monek. Sovereign. Here's Bakor. He's been looking to make something happen here, and he does well to keep possession. Scotty Bakor, and he's still going. Bakor. Looking for Ramsey. Takes a deflection off Arob, and it's out for a corner. Expect as both teams chase 3 points, this game will continue to open up. There was a nice spell in the first half where it was really end-to-end stuff, but neither side able to get the all-important opener just yet. Sun setting in the background there. Nice little backdrop for the players. Might not be so ideal for the spectators with the sun in their eyes, but nonetheless, corner here on that far side here for St Albans. Ball floated in, but it's a little bit too much on that one, and it's out for a goal kick. Croucher. Switching ball out towards Fulton. Well played there from Sovereign, who got a foot in, and big challenge there between he and Spall. Ricabene. It's the ball out for a throw-in. It seems that Fulton and Canatelli have swapped wings in this half, with Canatelli now on the left and Fulton on the right. Kuno looking to flick it on. Cleared away by Gergic. Bakor. Ramsey and Arab compete, but here's Zatsidas, who skips around his man. Michael Zatsidas, brilliant. Now Canatelli. Isolated with Tishongo. Canatelli cuts inside. Marco Canatelli rockets off the crossbar. What a chance for the youngster. Canatelli having some game today, and coming so close to opening the scoring for Moreland City yet again. First, his effort denied by Bullich, but that would have been an absolute peach if that came off. Now a chance for Dynamo to break back the other way. Here's Monek. Isolated with Croucher. Cuts inside Joey Monek. Goes on his left, but just couldn't get clean purchase on it, and it rolls through to Condolian. With Marco Canatelli, who has come into this starting lineup in recent weeks. He's just thriving in recent weeks. Scored against Port Melbourne a couple of weeks ago in that 1-1 draw here at CB Smith Reserve, and so close to his second league goal of the season. Now here's Sands. Plays Fulton in some space on the edge of the area. Fletcher Fulton still going. Plays it through Canatelli, and it's saved by Bullich. 3 great chances for the youngster. And he looks the most likely at the moment from either side's opening the scoring. Here's Sands. Does well there, Jose Sands. Feeds through Akuno. He's in behind, but the flag is up. It was in the back of the net, but the offside flag denies Apai Akuno the opening goal. Really, it's been Moreland City with all the attacking in the last few minutes. It's been a really impressive few minutes from the home side, but still the scores remain 0-0. Mixed up there on that far side as the ball goes out for a throw-in. That's from around the grounds. Manningham still 2-1 up against Port Melbourne. Avondale 2-0 up against Hume City. Melbourne Knights just taking a 3-2 lead against Dandy City at Frank Holohan. An absolute thriller there. Of course, all eyes not only on this game, but particularly on that Manningham-Port Melbourne game, which is still Manningham in the lead. And it's so big for the relegation battle. As a very speculative effort in the end there. It was actually from Scott Bacour. If that had somehow gone in, it would have been one of the goals of the season. Probably the goal of the year, but it was never likely. That far side on that St Albans bench. It does look like Cam Watson is preparing a substitution. To try and get the momentum back in their favour. They had in that first half. Since then, Moreland have been able to take control of this game. Gergich. Got it on by Cabrera. Croucher. Cabrera flicks it on. Here's Monek. Feeding through Carter Ramsey. In some space on this right-hand side. Zoutsidas gets across and puts it out for a throw-in. Moreland fans willing every play on here. Monek. Ramsey. Looks like we're going to get that substitution here for St Albans. There's going to be a double change, in fact, here for Dinamont. It's going to be Alan Guerres coming off here, along with Luca Cabrera. Looks like Max King and Brian Summerskill will be coming on here for Dinamont. Brian Summerskill, who is certainly a player to watch, a former Moreland City player in his own right. An Englishman who has been dynamic when he's been on the pitch this season. 4 goals to his name, 2 of them coming against Moreland City in the first fixture this year, which St Albans won 4-0. Recovering from injury after he was forced off against Melbourne Knights last Sunday. Didn't play against South Melbourne in midweek in the Cup. Less luck for this game today. They get a few minutes out of him, which is so important, because we know how key he is in the middle of the park for Dinamont. Thomas, Akuno, feeding it out wide for Spall. Here's Fulton. Plays it towards Akuno. Gergich got a touch in. Sands. Pass just ahead of Fulton. It's cleared away. Who's going to blink first? St Albans with some great chances in the first half. Joey Monek hitting the post, but this second half really has been all Moreland City. Marco Canatelli with 3 great chances. One of them in particular, which was probably the hardest of all the chances, rocketing off the crossbar. They have the ball in the back of the net, Moreland City, but Apai Akuno denied by that offside flag. Here is Canatelli. Good challenge there from Tashongo. Now Summerskill feeding through Monek. Monek looking to get in behind Zoutsidas. Great challenge there from the number 4 of Moreland. Zoutsidas. It's been big for them, Summerskill. Bacour looking back for Summerskill, but he's offside. Still plenty of time remaining in this game. Half an hour, there'll be plenty more goals in this one, even though we still haven't had that opener, but just get a sense that a few twists and turns to come in this final half an hour. These first 15 minutes of the second half have just been enthralling. Dolian sends it long. Bruno and Chelina compete. Goes for a free kick. Go ignored. King. Here's Summerskill. Get forward, Brian Summerskill. Playing through Max King, but just eluded him. And the ball's out for a goal kick. Brian Summerskill providing plenty of energy since coming on.
Thomas. Is his name Thomas or Thomas? Who? Your brother. Thomas. Thomas.
Slowly wait. Their opening goal. Gergich looking to feed it over the top. It's a great ball for Scott McCaw. He's in behind the Englishman. Scotty McCaw gives St Albans the lead. And what a massive goal that could be in Dynamo's survival hopes. They weathered this early storm in the second half. And Scotty McCaw gives St Albans the lead. He's provided plenty of energy today, but he gets his goal. And St Albans lead. Right now, they're in a great position to end this 10-game losing streak in the league. What a huge 3 points this could be for their hopes of survival this season.
Actually really that bad.
Of course, if this result stays, they'll be locked on points with Moreland City.
Actually, they got like a
Manningham still lead against Port Melbourne. They're on 13 points. How can Moreland City respond from this? There's still so much time remaining in this one. They had so many good chances early through Marco Canatelli in particular, but just were not able to make the most of them. Can they pick themselves up off the canvas here? Here is Canatelli again. Thomas. Thomas. Zitsidis. The floodlights now on here at CB Smith Reserve. Here's Sands. Whips it in, looking for Akuno. Gergich nods it away. Summerskill. Waters. Turned over. No chance for St Albans to break. Monek's pass goes all the way through. It's Alex Condolian. Of course, though, both teams locked on 10 points. Moreland City would still be above St Albans on the ladder on goal difference. It's a step in the right direction, but still, goal difference is in favour of the home side. Gergich. Sands called for a handball, and it goes in the favour of the UA side.
DH got $2.
Oh, DH.
$2 a player.
DH gets
$2 a player. Except on DH you don't get skins.
Yeah, it's like jerseys from DH. Oh, like
King.
No.
Monek. Back to King. Deshongo making the run down that right-hand side. Offering short is Monek. That's where he goes. Deshongo. Back to Monek. Beautiful interplay. Monek goes to ground. It's going to be a corner. Off Croucher last.
Wait, how much was you get like 3 plus Thursday.
Woodson still looking for his first points.
You get like vouchers
As St Albans coach, his first league win as well. They're on track to doing so.
And then you don't have to play again.
Summerskill.
No,
Puts it
you
in.
have to.
Cleared away by Zitsidis. Back out to Summerskill. Brings it under control.
You don't like buy it. You just like
Back onto his left, and he floats it into a dangerous area, but Condolian collects.
You know, there's buy stuff that's
And Summerskill, Max King have provided a lot since coming on, especially Summerskill. Just that little bit of extra stability in the middle of the park with the duo on. And on for Cabrera and Guerres, who perhaps tiring just a little bit. Of course, this is St Albans' third game in 6 days. And Watson has rotated the squad quite a bit, but nonetheless, few of these bodies have put in the mileage over this week.
They were sold out, so I had to get filled in this morning. So they're like this badly. They're like that badly.
Summerskill into a very dangerous area. Here's Corey Thomas looking to feed through Fulton. This is a poor one. It's cleared away by Sovereign. Kudo goes to ground. Fulton across the face. Sands brings it under control. Calls for a handball. Sands still going. Sands, what a save by Bullich! Sands somehow got it out from underneath him, but Marco Bullich wouldn't be denied. Still a chance here though for the home side. Danger not completely averted here for St Albans. Zotsidis in for Fulton. Muric put him under pressure, and in the end, Fulton was offside. What a save from Marco Bullich, who comes up big again.
Yeah, it's better than Moreland.
I scored 2 more than us and conceded 2 less.
Oh shit, yeah.
St Albans struggles this season. Marco Bullich has been right up there amongst the top keepers in NPL Victoria this season.
We need to score 2. No.
And time again, when thunder has been called, he has stood up. It's such a difficult year for St Albans. Bullich has been the one constant. And today, especially in this second half, he's come up big twice. First to deny Kenatali, but then to deny Sands. Big that could be if St Albans can hang on to 3 points here. Here's to Shongo. Summerskill. King. Driving forward. McCaw, the goal scorer. To Monek. McCaw. Plays it short. King. Summerskill. Backing board. Chalina to Shongo. Ramsey. We're just happy to calm in possession here, not in a rush to try and break through this organised Moreland City defence, but to try and keep possession and pick their way through. Monek, Chalina, back to Monek. Shongo offering on that near side, but they ignore it. Summerskill looking for Sovereign, and Small clears it away and out for a throw-in.
And he used to be like the
He's the one in the middle of the 3 subs there.
he used to be like a physio at Cube City when Cam was this guy that
Huge update over at Petty's Reserve. Port Melbourne have equalised in the dying moments against Manningham, which means Manningham will only be a point clear of both Moreland City and St Albans should this result stand. Just adds another twist to this relegation battle. Throws Manningham right back in the hunt as McCaw goes for range, and it's out for a goal kick. He's looking for his second, Scotty McCaw, who is feeling himself after getting that goal. It's been a really good shift for him, providing plenty of energy through the middle. That race for survival between these 3 teams was so enthralling in the final weeks of this season. Ball's turned over almost by Zutsidis, who the luck there from Chalina, and now he's going on an adventure. Michael Zutsidis, his pass takes a huge deflection, the path here of Canatelli. Sovereign does well. Chalina turned over. Fulton does well to win it back. Sense the desperation from both teams as Tashongo. Key interception, but a big challenge there from Waters. Fulton looking for Thomas, but King does well. Fulton collects, wins the second ball, goes to ground. Akuno feeding it through to Corey Thomas in some space. Shot straight at Marco Bulic. Ross Clark let play continue. Seemed like for a second he was umming and ahhing about bringing it back for the free kick, but Corey Thomas had so much time to steady himself for that shot, but in the end, straight at Bulic. Usually a goal scorer, Corey Thomas. It's his best work sort of at the base of midfield. Another good opportunity here for the home side. Still plenty of time remaining in this one to get something from it.
But I don't play community. They win like 22-0. But they're only because like all the good teams.
Summer skill.
They're good in like their league.
He's king. Skip past Thomas. Plays it short for Ramsey. Here's to Shongo. Monik. Ramsey. Looking to get him behind. Falls back to Joey Monik. Big challenge from Michael Zutsina. So now he's got Fulton in an acre of space. Goes for the option of Nakuno instead. Now Fulton. Nakuno making the run. Plays it back to him. Sands in the middle. Cross takes a deflection and attack just peters out as King's able to clear. And this just really opens up with both teams just throwing everything at each other. Just felt if Succeedus had gone for Fulton with that first pass instead of opting for the shorter one in Nakuno. Moreland City were away and off to the races. Strong challenge there from Corey Thomas. Ross Clark will bring it back for a foul. There's going to be a yellow card there for the Welshman. Just a little bit late there on Scotty McCaw. Final score locked in at Penny's Reserve, 2-2 between Manningham and Port Melbourne. 94th minute equaliser. Heartbreak for Manningham, but it just adds another twist in this relegation battle. It's some kind of good news as well for both these two teams who, if this result stands, will remain a point behind Manningham. If Moreland City can turn this game around, they could end the round above Manningham, which would be huge for them. Their hopes of survival this season, just to create a little bit of extra separation between them, the Blues, but also Dinamo as well. But they've got to find a way back into this one. Still over 15 minutes remaining, still time. They need to get their skates on. Croucher. Succeedus, who's been brilliant all afternoon.
They finished 2-2, that's so
Avondale defeating Jim City 5-0. Huge result for Avondale after losing those 3 points yesterday. As here's Canatelli looking to get forward down the right. His cross is blocked there by Sovereign. Canatelli still going. It's turned over. For Hume and their hopes of scaling up the ladder in their quest for basically the best position in finals this year. Looking a very good chance of ending their finals drought as Chelina wins the free kick. Melbourne Knights also leading against Dandy City. That result would certainly bolster their chances of playing finals, but not certainly for Dandy City, who they can turn that around. Only be a point behind Port Melbourne in their hunt for 6th. There's more action tonight between Toto and Green Gully at Paisley Park, and hopefully against Dandy Thunder over at George Andrews Reserve. Tomorrow, the big one, Heidelberg against South Melbourne at Olympic Village. NPL Victoria action, NPLW Victoria action, all here on NPL Victoria's YouTube page.
We have to open it. I told 2 teams that he's best friends.
Now Sands, looking to get forward down the left. Goes right at Michael Gergich, the Chilean. Sands still going. Does brilliantly there, Sands. That's inside. Waits, feeds it for Fulton into the space, the edge of the area, and he just couldn't get it out from underneath him, and Summerskill's there to mop up. And now, St. Albans look to break back the other way. Shonga. This call for calm comes from both Summerskill and Bacour. See Fletcher Fulton and Jose Sands just out on their feet at the moment. That was a great opportunity. Jose Sands just backing himself in by essentially playing it to himself. Cholina. That's a beautiful ball up. Ramsey flicks over Croucher. Ramsey into the space to get the shot away. Looking to feed it through. Runs past Monek. Condolian comes out to collect and does well there, the Moreland City goalkeeper. Danger averted there for the home side. Still the likes of Monek, Ramsey, Bacour, still a threat. Does look like the home side are about to make their second substitution of the game.
$2.
Sends the ball for Sands. Turned over. Here's Cholina.
Approximately 15 minutes of standard time. Repeat, approximately 15 minutes of standard time.
Cetus goes to ground. Here's to Shongo. 75 minutes played here. Still the score remains 1-0 to St. Albans. Scott Bacour's goal the difference. 15 minutes away from ending that 10-game losing streak in the league. Here's Monek. Ball comes through to Ramsey. Shot on goal, but straight through to Condolian. Wasn't able to really test the Moreland City goalkeeper there, Fulton. Discipline there of the St. Albans team, just getting into shape very quickly, not allowing Moreland City to break any sort of freedom. Getting into their own half here. Arod just over the head of Monek. Works out all right for him. Canatelli feeds it through. Spall making the overlapping run. Has three players in the middle. Spall's cross over the head of basically everyone, but it'll come out here to Akuno now on the opposite side. Here's Sands. Good challenge. Well played there from Joey Cholina, who's been just as impressive in the middle of the park today. Croucher goes into Ramsey, goes to ground. Sands, get a strong challenge there from Ramsey, and the ball's out for a throw. We're getting a substitution here from both teams. It's going to be Carter Ramsey coming off here for Dynamo. It's going to be a double change for the visitors. Looks like Fletcher Fulton's number has also been called for Moreland City. This afternoon will be coming to an end.
Number 6, Fletcher Fulton off.
Placed by number 21, Kasra Karamad. Also Joey Monek's afternoon comes to an end. So a double change here for Dynamo. Ivan Razumich and Josh Diven coming on here for St. Albans. So attacking players, but Razumich is going to run all afternoon. He's got plenty of energy. Scored a great goal earlier this season against Oakley Cannons at Jack Edwards Reserve. Josh Diven also scored in that game. Big presence up front. You'd expect he's sort of going to play a bit of a hold-up role, and it's a bit of a focal point up front. St. Albans have Chris Div on the bench as well. They're looking for a defensive presence. The natural savvy of Div, who's only just returned from a knee injury in recent weeks. Karamad keeps it alive. His first touch since coming on for Fulton. Fulton provided plenty of energy down the left, but just a bit gas towards the end of that game. Wasn't able to get through the full 90. See what Karamag can do as he's in possession here. Pressured here by Tashongo, forced to go all the way back to Condolian. Pressure from the core. Karamad lets it run, and the ball's out for a throw. Good pressing from the visitors to cause the turnover. And the St Albans fans who have made the trip here, riding every bump at the moment as they look to end this losing streak and see their team bolster their chances of survival this year. Here's McCaw. It's blocked by Succeedus and out for a corner. It's over at Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, and the Knights have just 4-2 advantage against Andy City. For a second successive win for Ivan Farnich's side. 7 points behind Port Melbourne in the race for 6th. Sutterskill now standing over the corner. Floated in. Gergic gets ahead to it. Deflection though, and it's out for another corner. Over in VPL 1, Melbourne victory. Going away with a 3-2 win against North Geelong. Western United 4-0 winners against Eastern Lions, and Melbourne City and Langwarrin a 2-2 draw at Lawton Park. So Melbourne victory strengthened their position atop VPL 1. Western United in second after that win as well. Jordan's cleared away by Sands. Trying to put Trelina under pressure, and Jose Sands wins his own ball. Now a chance for Moreland to break. Tashongo getting back. Sands cuts inside, looking for Akuno. Goes to ground and wins the free kick. Scott Bacour just needs to slow things down just a little bit, but that just goes to show what Moreland City can do in transition. And Sands can break, it just provides such an X factor. Now a great opportunity from the set piece here for the home side. Waters standing over it. That's the play short in the end to Arab, who will float it into the area, looking for Succeedus, who got ahead to it. Gergic there's it straight into the air. Succeedus got ahead to it again. Gergic helps it on its way. It will be coming back. Croucher.
Gentlemen, approximately 7 minutes of standard time remaining.
Pass there from Condolian, and it's out there for a throw-in. With the scoreboard out of action here at Seaway Smith Reserve. Just a reminder over the PA as to how much time's remaining in this one. About 7 minutes, as you guys can see at home. It's a substitution here for Moreland City. Payakuno coming off here, replaced by Luca Toro. Shift once again from a Payakuno, but wasn't able to get that all-important goal, and Toro on against his former team. Yeah, big moment for him. Provides some added energy in the final third for them.
Substitution Moreland City, Abe Okuno, number 11 off, number 15, Luca Toro on.
Waters going to play it through, and it's turned over. Sovereign. Razovic, good first touch, plays Cholina. Plays in support, he tried to cut back, then it's turned over. Spall. Challenge from King to win it back. Here's Razovic, feeding through Diven. Brings it under control. Succeedus does well. The ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick off Diven last. The former Western United striker just couldn't keep it alive. Maybe 4 minutes played. Still, the score remains 1-0. Scott McCall's goal, the difference between the two sides. St Albans hang on, or can Moreland City turn things around, late on and get something from this game. Touch from Bacour to bring it under control. Bacour breaking forward, has Razovic and Diven alongside him. Looks for King instead. Now back to Razovic, who cuts inside. Shot away there by Razmic, and it wasn't a bad effort. Just fizzles past the post. Out for a goal kick. Moreland not wasting any time as they look to get play moving and search for that all-important equaliser. Switching ball, looking to play through Sands. Sands brings under control to Shongo, does brilliantly. It was a key intervention. He might not have known too much about it, but he was helped by Gergic, the captain. Didn't do well to stop that attack led by Sands. Nelson Tashongo and Michael Gergic have been great all afternoon, in particular Nelson Tashongo. They recently returned from injury as well. Starting to get players back. Here's Cam Watson. Of course, the window opening next week. St Albans and Moreland City can expect both will be busy to bring in reinforcements in their hopes of survival this year. Here's King. Cholina. Stephen Razmic in support. Slows things down. He's happy to take his time here, Joey Cholina. Shongo. Well played there from Karamat to win it back. Karamat looking to play it centrally, but it's intercepted by Summerskill, who's just provided plenty of stability in the middle of the park since coming on. Razmic. Back to Summerskill. He's just been able to control things for the last few minutes. King.
It's in that over there.
No.
Played by Bacour, still going, Scotty Bacour. Cetus getting across, making another key interventions, with Cetus looking to push the pace back the other way. Here's Thomas. Out wide to Karamad. One-on-one with Tashongo, but opts to go centrally. Cetus. Waters. Karamad feeding through Sands. Sands brings under control, crossing to the area. Gergic clears it away. And now St Albans can break back the other way here through Razmic. Well defended there by Spall. Summerskill mops up. We're just happy to slow things down here. Just take this thing out of the game a little bit. Summerskill really has provided just such a stabilising presence in the middle of the park since coming on, along with Max King. It's been such a great signing for St Albans since coming across from Heidelberg. Of course, prior to that was at Moreland City. Tashongo. Cholina. Nicobena. Sovereign. Back to Bullock. Sends it up the line. Controlled there by Razmic. Defended by Arrow. Goes for a handball, go ignored. Much to the chagrin of that St Albans bench. Bacour brings under control and wins the free kick. More precious seconds off the clock for the visitors. Closing in on a victory here. See how much stoppage time there will be. How much time there'll be potentially for Moreland City to get something from this game. And conversely, how much time for St Albans to hang on to their first win since March. First league win for that matter, and first points under new coach Cam Watson. King. Ricobena. Summerskill. Good turn there from the Englishman. Summerskill looking to get forward. Looking to play through Razmic. Razmic brings it under control. Razmic looking to go for goal, but in the end, it was almost caught between two minds. It was more of a cross for Nolan that was there in particular, and now Moreland City can break. Karamad Divan gives away the free kick. Professional foul there from the substitute, you'd think. Just to slow things down a touch. It's going to be a substitution here for Moreland City. Curtis Miley coming on here. Dean Waters coming off. So one more change here from the home side. Some more fresh legs on in search of an equaliser. Looks like there'll be 4 minutes of added time. This just sets things up beautifully.
Substitution for Moreland City, number 18,
For a grandstand finish here. 4 minutes of added time. The fourth officials board is up. What can Moreland City do here? Here's Miley. Whips it in. Sands knocks it down. Ball comes out to Canatelli. His cross was blocked. Just a key moment there. Ricobene clears it away. Here's Razumich. He get forward down the left. He just sends it long. It's out for a throw into Moreland. See Cam Watson just ordering St Albans players just to sit back, get into shape. Moreland City can expect it to be doing a lot of the attacking here. Karamad. So Michael Zitsidis has been thrown forward as an auxiliary striker to provide support aerially. They're alongside Jose Sands as they search for an equaliser. Thomas. Here's Croucher. Driving forward from the back. Feeds it out wide. Canatelli brings it under control. Cutting inside Marco Canatelli. Cuts it back. And it beats everyone, and it's cleared by Tashongo. It will be coming back through Croucher. Zitsidis. Back to Croucher. Now Miley. Karamad in some space to the edge of the area. Goes for goal himself. And it just fizzles past the post. More precious seconds off the clock for St Albans. Marco Bulic in no rush to take this goal kick. St Albans can taste it. They can taste what has eluded them in the league since late March. Their last win against Manningham at home. A win here, they will still remain bottom of the table, but level on points with Moreland City, and the goal difference separating the two teams. So ball goes at the back here for Razumich. As Bakor in the middle, look to play it through to him. And the ball goes out of bounds and out for a corner. And that in itself almost feels like a goal for St Albans. They can take more precious seconds off the clock and just hold things up. They're almost there, the home side. Sorry, the visitors. They're just happy to hold the ball up in the corner. The throwing there to Moreland City actually came off, I think, Summerskill last. Canatelli going to play it centrally. Zitsidis nods it forward. Gergic and Sands collide. Gergic got a foot in. Strong challenge to the middle of the park. Play on. Called by the referee, and a free kick against Corey Thomas on Max King. And again, more seconds off the clock for St Albans. Bodies everywhere at the moment. A lot of hunched over bodies. It's been a taxing game for both of these two teams. So Michael Gergic just directing Max King to slow things down. Already on set piece duties. Ricobene sends it forward. Bakor wins the throw. They're almost there, St Albans. There can't be long left in this one. 3 points at times has felt so far away for St Albans, but now they are almost there. Diven holding it up in the corner. Strong challenge on Arob. Summerskill back in board. And a free kick awarded there to Moreland City. That was for that earlier challenge from Diven. Now Moreland City, they got to go. There can't be long left in this one. Condolian Sends it long, and that's that. Finally, St Albans have 3 points in the bank. Their third win of the season, their first league win under new boss Cam Watson. And what a huge 3 points that could be in their hopes of survival this season. Scott Bacaw's goal is the difference. And St Albans come away with a huge win, their first league win since the end of March. And finally, that 10-game losing streak in the league comes to an end. And what a huge 3 points it will be for St Albans. They are still bottom of the table, but they are now level on points with Moreland City. Only goal difference separating them. And then just above them is Manningham on 11 points, who are 1 point clear of them. What's set to be such an enthralling run to the finish as both these two sides look to stave off the drop, but St Albans have breathed some much needed life into their 2024 campaign with a huge win here. Moreland City up next for them. They're on the road to take on Melbourne Knights, who are coming off a 2-game winning streak of their own, while St Albans are at home next week against Hume City. But both these two teams the next month have matches against Manningham, which certainly are going to be circled in the calendar. It'll be a happy trip back home, back to the west for St Albans after coming away with a huge win. The fans here absolutely loving it. Cam Watson, his first league winning charge for him and his coaching staff, the likes of Billy Selesky and co. They'll be very, very happy with this one. Thanks for your company here on the NPL Victoria YouTube page. It's been great to bring you all the action here. I've been Nick Tabato. The final score here is Moreland City 0, St Albans 1.